You're watching Educate India, and in this video we are going to discuss about C# interview questions, especially abstract class. So abstract class is one of the most important concept of C#, and we are going to see how many type of questions the interviewer can ask you in interview, and we'll just try to find the answer of all those questions. Then we'll open the Visual Studio and we'll try to understand the concept of abstract class. I hope after watching this video you'll have all the answers related to abstract class. So without wasting time, let's start. So here I have listed 10 different questions, that is most important question related to abstract class. So let's start with the what is abstract class. So first we need to understand what is the meaning of abstract. So the meaning of abstract is something that has not physical or concrete existence. So in a similar way, abstract class is not a concrete class. Abstract class is a class or a special type of class that is containing the common code of multiple class. So let's say we have 3-4 class, they have the common code. We are just creating one single class and we are moving all the common code to that single class, and we are making that particular single class as a base class and adding an abstract keyword, and that will become the abstract class. So an abstract class is a special type of class that cannot be instantiated. So we'll understand this thing. We'll just open the Visual Studio and we'll try to understand whatever we discussed. So let's say there is a employee management software, and there are the two different type of employees, contract employee and permanent employee. To save the time, I have already written the code for contract employee and permanent employee. So in case of contract employee, you are also going to create a class and you'll name it contract employee. So it's a very basic simple class. So this has the employee information like employee ID, first name, last name, and salary information, and it has two functions. First function will return the employee full name by just concatenating these two values, first name and last name, and the second function is going to return the employee salary by just multiplying number of hours worked and hourly pay. Now in case of permanent employee, they will also have ID, they will also have first name, last name, but they will have a difference is they will have an annual salary. So in case of permanent, it's not hourly pay. Okay, so we have the similar full name where we can write simply return first name plus last name, and in case of monthly salary we can calculate in a different way. So what we observed, like some of the code in this particular class is common to the contract class. Here also we have some common code. Okay, so why to write the code again? We can create a base class, we'll move all the code in the base class. So let's create a base employee class. So we'll call it base employee. So we have created a base employee class, and then we are going to move all the common codes there in the base employee class. So we just saw like these three things were common, these three properties and one function were common. And in permanent employee also we can delete these three lines and we can delete this particular function. Okay, and now we need to inherit from base employee because we moved the code to base employee. So to access those features we have to inherit. So what we did, we just created a parent class, we called it base employee class, that has all the common code like ID, first name, last name, and full name, and then it has some child class, contract employee and permanent employee, and they have their specific code like related to salary because that is specific to that particular class. So this is one type of implementation we did. But what is the problem in that? So the problem is, in organization we have only two type of employee, contract and permanent. There is no any base type of employee. So base employee is not a concrete class, it's just containing the common code, that's it. But there is no any base type of employee. Either anyone can be contract or they can be permanent. Okay, in program.cs, if I want to instantiate the base employee class, so I'll be able to do it. Okay, so let's say I assigned ID 1 and then I assign first name ABC and last name XYZ. Okay, so we just created one object of base employee class with these values. So we are able to do it, right? But base employee class is not actual concrete class. So if let's say if we are creating any object of contract employee and permanent employee, okay, so in that case, if you see, like these things are fine because we have the actual contract employee in the organization, we have actual permanent employee in the organization, but there is no any base type of employee in organization. So we want to stop this instantiation of base class. There is no any actual existence of base class in the organization. It's just to simplify the code. We have just moved all the code from different classes to a base class, but there is no any actual base type of employee present in the organization. So that's why it's not a concrete class. So we want to stop the instantiation. So that's why we are adding the abstract keyword. So if I'll add the abstract keyword, then if you go to the program.ca, so this will throw the error. This will say cannot create instance of abstract type of interface. So that's why what it says, like we cannot create the instance of this particular base employee. So we have stopped instantiating the base employee class. So that's why we have marked it abstract. So now no one can instantiate it. So we just got error, we saw, right? But if anyone wants to instantiate contract employee, they can instantiate it and they can use all the functions also. So we just need to write console.writeLine and cte.getFullName, and this will give you the full name. So let's run the code. So we got the full name ABCXYZ, first name and last name. So and if you want to get the monthly salary of contract employee, so that also we can get. Simply we need to use the same statement again, and we'll say get monthly salary. Let's run it. So monthly salary is 0 because we need to set number of hours. So let's say that employee worked for 10 hours and he has hourly pay as 2000 per hour. So we have set this value. Now let's see the salary. So we can see the first name and last name and salary we are getting 20,000. If you want to perform the same activity for permanent employee, and in permanent employee it's annual salary. So let's say he has package of 20 lakh. Okay, let's change the object name. Then he'll get 1,66,000 approx. So this will be the monthly salary. Okay, if you see the definition, so the purpose of an abstract class is to provide a common definition of a base class that multiple derived class can share. So here we are also defining common definition of base class, and multiple derived class are sharing this definition. One more change we can do here, get monthly salary in both the classes we have. So we can make this particular method as abstract method. So what is the advantage of abstract method? Like child class have to provide the implementation for abstract method. So I'm going to copy this and I'm going to make this abstract. And one more property is abstract class will not have body, it will just have a declaration, and we should use abstract keyword. So now any class if wants to use, so if you see contract employee does not implement inherited abstract member, so it has to implement it. So now we can force the child class to implement the abstract methods. Okay, so in that case, how we can implement it? We just need to write override keyword. That's it. So we just need to use override keyword, and that's how we can implement the abstract method. And if we'll run it, we'll get the same value. So this was the first question, and I hope you understood it. In a similar way, you can also think many more examples. If you're working in any project and you are getting such kind of tasks, so just think like, oh, is there any common functionality that we can create any abstract class? Now we'll go to the second question. Can we create constructor of an abstract class? So the answer is yes, we can create. Now the next question, can we make abstract class as sealed class? No, we cannot make it. And what is the reason? So the purpose of abstract class is to create any base class, and all the child class will inherit that base class, but sealed class will stop the inheritance. Sealed class will not allow inheritance. So that's why these two things are just opposite. So we cannot make any abstract class as sealed class. Now, why do we need abstract class? So the purpose of abstract class is to provide a common definition. So first thing is like we can collect all the common codes from child classes, and this will act like a base class that will have all the common functionality. So that is one purpose. Second purpose of abstract class is so in OOPS we have concept of abstraction that says just hide the internal features and show only essential things. So that is also that can be implemented using the abstract class. Okay. Now next example we'll see, can we create abstract class without abstract method? Yes, we can create abstract class without abstract method. We have created this in abstract class. So we can create abstract class with non-abstract method. Next question is, can we create abstract class without abstract method? Yes, we can create abstract class without abstract method. So if you'll remove it, so you'll not get any error. Okay, so you're getting error because it has semicolon, but if you'll just add a body here and let's say return 0 or anything, okay, so you'll not get any error. So there is no any abstract member here, but still it's not giving any error. Next question, can we use abstract keyword in properties and indexes of abstract class? Yes, we can use. So if you see here, this is a property. So if I'm going to use abstract, so this will not throw any error. So we can make a abstract property, but if you go to the child class, so let me first make it to the original actual version. Yeah, so now we are going to make it abstract, but in the child class if you go, so it will see we have to give the implementation of all abstract members, does not implemented the ID, right? Then contract employee does not implement inherited member. So here we have to give the implementation for this. How we can give? So we can go here, and we have to give implementation, like we have to give override. Okay, in we have to use override, and we can modify the get and set for this particular ID. So that's how, if we are making any property abstract, so we have to override it. Okay. So now next question, can we use static keyword in abstract method? No, we cannot use static keyword in abstract method. So if I'll try to use static, it will give the error. A static member cannot be marked as override virtual or abstract. Okay. Now next question, can we instantiate an abstract class? No, that we already saw, we cannot instantiate. Can we use virtual keyword in abstract method? No, we cannot use virtual keyword in abstract method because abstract keyword is by default virtual only, so no need to explicitly write virtual. So this will give error. Abstract method cannot be marked virtual. Okay, so I hope you got all the answers related to abstract class. I'll be uploading more interview related videos. So till then, take care. Bye bye. Thanks for watching.